Welcome back to Downstairs and Dragons, where we're playing our Candlekeep Mysteries campaign. I'm Samantha, your DM, and over here we have Josh playing Doric, we have Dusty playing Clay, and we have Jacob playing Pantheo. Really quick recap, because we're in between quests, actually.
You got a spider coming down on your face.
Okay, I'm not afraid of spiders, but that is, like, legit not cool. Like, that is not cool, buddy!
Where is it?
It's down there now.
Down where?
It's down there.
Underwear?
I don't know.
Haha.
I'm not afraid of spiders, but that was... Oh!
Oh, it's literally right at your chair.
Oh, that was uncomfortable. Goodbye! Goodbye! Please leave. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Okay. That was not... We're gonna repeat it last time. No, I'm keeping this. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Spider was like, Dusty didn't interrupt the intro. It's my time now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I could have just said nothing and let it just
No!
happen.
No! I'm so glad you said something. Oh my
So-
god. I'm so icked. Okay.
Okay.
You guys are in between quests. You just finished quest number 2 in the book, where you find out that the living fake books that are attacking people were made by jackal-bears who are trying to purchase a diamond to resurrect their Lamia matron. And your solution to this wasn't to kill them, or drive them out of town, or get them arrested. No, it was, well, we'll steal a diamond for you, and you pay us what you got. And so you guys have a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
You guys have a lot of items that you stole with the diamond. Not to mention the items you got from the skill challenge. You guys ran out of Baldur's Gate because you stole a diamond from the wizard you met.
They did.
We
They
stole
did.
more than a diamond.
We stole many things from Ettenmeyer.
I stole
And
more.
now I'm terrified.
You guys met a lot of NPCs. Ettenmeyer, Paxley, Belial, those are the big 3, right? And then obviously the jackal-bears. So you guys are headed out of Baldur's Gate. It's the 3 of you plus the horse Gunpowder. You guys have 9 days of travel left to Candlekeep. And we have our typical travel shenanigans to take part in. So it's the morning. Oops, Jesus. It's time to roll weather and roll your encounter for the day. While I do that, how's everyone feeling? Like, how's your character feeling? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they kind of like exhausted, ready to go take it? Like what's going on?
Clay is in bliss and ready to take a nap.
Panthea's on edge.
So is Dora.
He's thinking that Ettenmeyer or Paxley's gonna show up any moment for the goods he stole. So he's just kind of low trusting. It's like, everyone wants my goods.
Clay's conscious. Clay's mental state is pretty okay because he didn't steal anything.
And he doesn't know what we stole.
No, I don't.
We haven't told him yet.
No, you guys just told me you acquired it.
And we didn't tell you about the extra.
Nope.
Do you guys remember the clouds that are on screen? It was like magical weather. And do you guys remember what bonus you got? Was it I gave you inspiration?
We got inspiration.
Nope, it was for temporary HP.
Oh, was that what it was?
Oh, okay. And it was until it's used. It's
Yep.
not going to expire.
Yep.
The thing is,
I had it.
on the second day, I rolled the exact same thing.
Oh.
So just the world, everyone
Does it stack?
Yep.
Yay.
You guys get 8. You are a total of 8.
Oh,
Total of 8. Temporary hit points indefinitely until you use them. So that's cool. Thank you for answering. Sorry, you guys can continue to talk about how you're feeling. But does the weather help at all? How does your character feel about it?
I think the weather honestly does kind of take the edge off of Panthea. It's like, he's probably not following us. Man, what a beautiful day. Just the clouds in the sky have this almost like magical essence to them. The sea breeze, it just all like is fitting in place.
Doric is still a little bit on edge, but yeah, it's helping a little bit. He is also secretly kind of hoping Paxley shows up. But he's not, he doesn't expect him to though.
So, as you guys are walking, which by the way, Gunpowder is just so happy, also feels great. The wind, the clouds, the weather is just perfect. Every once in a while he prances. Every once in a while he just has like the cute horse noises that I wish I could imitate. But you guys are seeing this in the wildlife around you as well. You're seeing it and the birds are tweeting nonstop. There is so much singing, not to the point where it's annoying, but they are so happy. There are very plump, fat squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits in the fields. Every once in a while you guys pass some deer. Because outside of Baldur's Gate, it doesn't just immediately become forest. It's several miles of farmland. Because it's the farmland that's going to feed the city. So you guys are passing between farm fields. And little tiny country houses. And you guys have gone on this road already. You know that there's kind of farms speckled along this road the entire way to Candlekeep. Because it's just such a busy road. Every couple days, you find a tavern that someone built up to take advantage of the travelers needing a place to stay and take a bath. So you know it's not going to be wooded for long stretches of time. As you're going, the interesting thing is, as nice as the weather is, the clouds do seem to get like a brighter, bleachier white. And the soil seems to be harder and more frozen. Like, as good as the weather is, and as much as it is like the middle of Flame Roll, or July, the ground isn't really giving way to your footsteps, and your feet hurt a little bit near the end of the day. It's at this point, you guys are 2 days away from the city, that the farms are really spread far apart. You're kind of more out in the orchards, and there are going to be patches of woods. So tonight, there's much more tree coverage as you rest.
Guys, can we set up camp yet? I'm fucking tired of walking.
Same.
Yeah, we can sit up.
Do you guys have specific roles? I know we have a long way of travel, so do you want to pick a role that you have every single day, and we just know that's the pattern? Okay, so...
Well, I will say we do not have to set the fire. We have the ever-burning embers.
Yeah. I'm gonna...
They don't provide a lot of light, though.
I'll go out for food each night, you know, try to hunt maybe some local wildlife, mainly foraging.
Okay. So food, not really fight. You guys don't have to find wood. So, who's setting up camp?
Guess I can.
And I guess who's on the lookout? Okay. Could you, for me, please, Doric? And you're not, this is the part where you're not that far away anymore, Pantheo. You're kind of walking back with some food.
Yeah, cool.
And
Satchel
camp,
mushrooms and seeds.
yeah, and camp isn't like fully set up yet. If anything, it's halfway there. So, Doric, could you please roll your perception?
21.
Oh, amazing. Okay. Let me just change his background here. Sorry. I was not prepared. I just scrolled through all the Baldur's Gate ones that we're done with. Because I didn't get rid of them, because I did not plan properly. Do I not have a night? Oh, it just shows the ocean. Okay.
Cake by the ocean.
I mean, we're on the ocean line.
Yeah, I mean, you're far. You guys can smell the salt, but it would be way there. Like, you'd have to walk through a bunch of trees. Yeah, let's do that. Do I have enough freaking? There we go. Okay. So, what you see, Doric. Obviously, there's some other campfires. Pretty decently spread apart, because most of the people who are traveling this part of Baldur's Gate, or the outskirts of Baldur's Gate, typically have a countryside home that they go to, because that's the whole point of being around here. So, what you do see is there's a dark figure marching. I mean, like, not sprinting, but jogging towards you guys. There is a very, very, very tall figure and a very, very short figure, and they are both carrying something between them. As it gets closer, have you ever seen how they like carry dolphins around outside of the ocean?
Like on a stretcher?
Yeah, it's like a gurney
Like
or
a
stretcher, but
palanquin.
it's loose enough that the dolphin like sits down. Right. So that's what they're carrying. It's like 2 sticks. Each one of them is holding a stick, a tarp between the 2 sticks, or a canvas, and then a body. There's a body in the gurney that they're marching towards you guys, jogging towards you, with a body between them.
Is everything okay?
Right now they're about a football field away.
I'll wait for them to get a little bit closer, but I'll say, hey everybody.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Get a little ready, just, I don't know what's going to happen.
Go ahead.
That's ominous, man.
People are coming.
Are they yelling?
No, there's jogging. But it's funny, because it's a very tall one and a very short one. I realize this NPC I didn't upload, but I'm gonna work on that while we talk. Okay,
Alright.
so,
They look about a football field away.
whatever that is.
Whatever that is, it just came to my mind. About 300 yards, it looks like.
Alright,
I don't. Is a football field 300 yards?
It's 100 yards. I fucked up.
to 300 feet. No, I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
It's like 3 football fields.
Sports. I knew it.
Video games.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to just go ahead and not look at the screen while I do this? So,
I'm looking.
don't. So these people.
I'm looking at the DM. Intense.
So these people are getting closer. I mean, do you want to wait till they're 50 feet away, 100 feet away? What are you looking to?
Probably like 100 feet.
Okay. When they're 100 feet away, what do you do?
Hello.
They kind of wave. What?
You good?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like you got a gurney.
The thing is, I practiced these accents today at work, and I knew I was going to lose them. I knew it. Hold on.
Can we not look at the screen?
Don't look at the screen.
Okay.
I already looked at the screen.
Don't!
I also may have peeked.
You guys!
I couldn't help it.
When?
We got a bunch of people with ADHD.
And probably PDA as
You
well.
put something
You
on
told
the
me
screen.
not to look at something, I'm gonna fucking...
You put something on a screen in front of me, I'm looking.
Okay. So,
But no, I actually didn't look. I was just curious and had my hand there. Can we look?
I'm trying to... Now you can. I'm trying to remember the freaking accent. It's, Oh yeah, everything's fine.
Oh, Swedish.
Just passing right by you. It was supposed to be New York. I can't fucking do it, though.
I heard it the second time.
I'm trying.
I was like, Swedish, or is it by you?
It's gonna be a
New
mix
York.
of weird shit.
Why do you have a dead body?
Not dead yet. It will be if you slow us down.
You stopped to talk to us.
No, they're still
they
moving.
really didn't. No, the call and response got it from us, actually.
You wanna talk? You run with us.
You
Alright.
need healing?
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, we won't do it. Yeah, so you guys are marching. So the one talking to you is the gnome. And the person, the tall person, is a white dragonborn.
Oh.
And they seem to, every once in a while, do some kind of cold spell on the body, which is wrapped in blankets.
Fever?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
This is our specialty. I'm picking up your southern accent.
I didn't even do
No,
it.
I
that time.
know, I
was
know.
genuinely just asking.
Oh, I know. It was
No, it's so, like,
it's so addicting.
accent assimilation is so hard to get past. It's so easy to slip.
It's also apparently a symptom. That's why we'll do it. Okay, so they're like, that's our specialty. We get called to
You get called to what?
transport. That's what I was looking for. We get called to transport bodies from clinic to clinic. We are on our way there. Damn it! Picked up the southern accent again. Yeah. Okay. I got it. Hold on. Joey will work for me. Hold on. We getting the body to the next clinic. So you gotta stay out of our way. Yeah. Okay.
Are they already dead?
No, but they've been in another clinic in town for a couple days, and the fever won't break. There's a specialty snowdrop witch up ahead. We're heading there.
All right.
What is? Okay.
We're just going down this path. You all have.
You's
Okay.
got this.
You guys have a good night. I'm done with the southern accent. Keeps coming.
Okay, well, you clearly seem like you guys want to be alone and no longer talk with us, so goodbye.
Yeah, man. No, it's fine. Actually, that's perfect. If you guys don't want to follow them,
Should we follow them? Like,
they do go down a path, which seems foggier than the rest of the main road. It's like they kind of disappeared into the mist. It's really only like 50, 100 feet farther down the road from you.
they were pretty much in a hustle. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they were kind of strange.
I'll run in.
Oh my gosh.
Clay followed him.
Oh, Clay, you want backup?
You guys are always my backup.
We should probably follow him.
Yeah, you'll probably punch.
We also did leave him in Baldur's Gate and leave him behind twice. We can
I
at
also lost my house and started doing a southern thing.
You
Nah,
guys,
you're fair, Doric. We should stick together.
you guys head in to the forest. Quickly grab up the supplies that hadn't been fully set up. Throw it into your packs, and you get running down this trail. And as you go down this trail, you realize that it's like raining. You think it's raining because you keep feeling cold hit your skin.
Somebody spitting on me?
And the ground feels more like sugary sand of a beach. Like as you go, you can hear crunching as you're running through the dark,
It's really
following
odd.
these dark bodies. Now, those of you who have dark vision can actually see incredibly well right now, because the moonlight and the starlight is bouncing off of the white surface of the ground, the white surface of the leaves. Everything is white here. And you're starting to get cold. You can see your breath as you breathe when you're jogging, and you can feel the hairs on your arms stand up. Oh, the cats, you feel your hair stand up everywhere. So as you guys are running, the gnome turns and sees you. Oh yeah, you coming with?
I guess.
We're mainly just following our
Yeah.
friend.
Well, be careful. Sometimes they call her the Blizzard Bitch, so you better be careful. But you can come and join along, visit the clinic if you need to.
Why do they call her? Jesus Christ! No, I'm doing it. Why do they call her such a mean name?
That's how Clay runs into the mist.
She don't put up with any shit, you know. I'm Dr. Leibovich. This is
Hello, doctor. Leave a bitch.
Leibovich.
Leave a bitch.
You guys are saying the same thing.
Don't insult a gnome, they'll throw you over the trees.
I'm sorry. What he is saying your name is that insulting in your culture?
Can I call you Libby?
Sorry, doctor. Leave a witch. Leave a bitch.
I don't even know what it is anymore.
I almost choked on my grape.
I'm so sorry, guys.
The white dragonborn goes, and I'm benevolous.
Banana bus?
Banana butt.
Benevolous.
Benevolous?
Benevolous. Benevolous.
Barabbas!
I can't get it out.
Rabbi.
Barabbas, you killed Jesus.
Barabbas, leave that bitch alone.
Oh my god, you guys. He goes,
Is this the time for introductions?
I just do.
We are at a high octane speed.
Well, we're about to be
A.
saying goodbye to you any second, so.
Why?
Because the ice spells that I do, I learned from a book. Well, she up there, they're just part of who she is.
Oh.
So we're gonna drop
She's
off
like
this.
a sorcerer.
I think so. I'm just a wizard. So me and her don't really see eye to eye. We're gonna drop off this patient, and we are going to get going.
Wonderful.
So you guys come to a very snowy clearing. There is snow falling very heavily around you. But it's funny, you don't see the clouds above you anymore. You just see a starry night sky. So what is the snow falling from?
This is so strange.
And thank you. And the trees are so fluffy and full of snow that every once in a while a big cloud will fall down into the surrounding forest around you. And in this clearing is this stone cottage. I mean, it looks like a sweet little family would live there and grow crops, except for it's freezing cold. How do they grow any crops?
Guys, look at that. It looks like a sweet little family would live in that little cottage.
So what you see in the garden,
The etymology of all
Pantheo,
these plants have changed drastically.
yes. What you see in the garden, Pantheo, are plants known for only growing in winter. And they tend to be very sparse because they usually die out every summer. But because where you are seems to be epitomately winter, these are the biggest versions of these plants you've ever seen.
Wow.
So,
I only ever saw these plants in Luskin. Glazes over his eyes.
I was.
Luskin, I have been there. As she steps out of her cottage.
Oh, hello.
Leave a bitch?
No.
Oh,
No, this is
That's
Snow
nice
Bitch.
Snow bitch.
Ice Bitch?
bitch is a bitch is a bitch.
I'm
is a bitch.
sorry, what is your name?
Oh my god, I named her and I completely forgot what her name is. I'll just make it up.
Ice
Okay.
Bitch, Snow Bitch, Winter Bitch. It's a Winter Bitch.
It's Brittany bitch.
Dwee-dot-dot-dwee-dot-do.
NPC. No, sorry.
Oh, that's right.
She remembered. She's standing there completely frozen over like an
So
ice
what you
statue.
see is a tabaxi. She is dressed in comfy leathers and furs that she has wrapped around herself like a robe. She has white fur with black and gray spots.
It's Matillery.
No, Matillery's white.
Oh yeah, she's just a white tobacco, that's right.
Yeah, she looks like
white
a White House
man.
cat. A white man.
Typical! Matillery is a white man.
Here she is. Got her on screen.
Ooh.
And there. Okay, so standing there is a snow leopard tabaxi.
Ugh. Why, hello, my lady.
She has medic gloves on and her robe, and she steps out into the snow, and it's like the snow doesn't really hit her. It just kind of falls around her in a halo.
Howdy, ma'am.
My name is... It's nice to meet you. My name is Livinaima.
Live a Naima?
Yes, but I go by Naima for sure.
Okay.
Are you chaperones for this patient?
Saw him on the road.
Saw some guys running, and we ran with it.
Never turned down a good run.
Never turned down a good run.
The motto we live by.
All right, but please give me a moment then. She turns to Dr. Leibovich and says, and starts talking about what the medical symptoms of this patient are and what she needs to do. And she urges them inside to drop off the body. And Bernabulus says, no, you know that we drop it off here. You can handle the rest on your own. Now that you have your patient, here's the payment from the family, and of course we take the 10%, and they do a money exchange. And the two doctors that you met, the ambulance runners, then make their way out, and they just leave this gurney and this body on the stone steps. She looks at all of you and goes, would you be willing to carry this inside?
Yes. Let me help.
Yeah, sure.
So you pick up
I'm sorry.
this humanoid body, which you think is about the size of a human. You don't see any horns protruding, and they're all just wrapped up in blankets.
Mhm.
But once you hold them, you realize they're alive. They're giving off a lot of heat. You go inside the house, and what would be like cozy, you sit around a fire. There might be a soup on the spit, whatever, right? It's frigid in here. It's incredibly cold. There is a little, I don't want to call it a barracks, but there's a place where there's a bed. It's
Like a ward.
yeah, a ward, thank you. And she gestures to an empty bed that is covered in soft quilts, and it looks like wool blankets and alpaca wool, like woven blanket. It's so fluffy. Like you guys look at it and feel the ache in your legs from walking, and you feel the drowsiness. And as you step in, you hear a whinny and a stamp on the stone as Gunpowder is peeking its head in, because Gunpowder followed you guys in here. She goes, no horses in the clinic, please.
He's a really well-behaved one.
It's about sanitary concerns. Please put
He's
the
a clean
patient
horse,
here.
too.
Can I tie it up to a post outside? Do you have any sort of like little lean-to?
He is
shelter
ground
kind
type
of thing?
trained if you just go and put a lead on him and drop it. But yes, you can tell.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, ground tying's a real thing.
You act like I know anything about horses. It was a dairy farm.
I'm so sorry.
You don't milk a horse.
I didn't mean to be rude.
Well, you can really milk anything that has nipples.
No, you do milk horses. It's a different thing.
I have nipples, Greg. You milk me?
Actually, yes.
I know if you try hard enough.
Thank you so fucking much.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'll just go like...
No, you go and do the motions you need to ground tie him. But he is out in the snow, which he can handle for a while. I mean, he was a horse, but...
I was wondering if there was like anything...
Was
to
a
this
horse.
cabin.
No, I mean a horse, I was going to say out in the countryside.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there was like any sort of like
Oh.
lean-to type thing, like post.
Yes, there is one
Posting.
covering a... It's kind of an open area. You can tell she doesn't have any livestock. She doesn't have chickens. She doesn't have anything because it's just too cold out here. So there is that on the cottage where there would be livestock, but it has mostly firewood. So you kind of like can kick some aside, get gunpowder.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll kick some aside for my gunpowder.
So Doric, you lay the person down on the bed with the head on a pillow, and the doctor, Naima, she starts unwrapping the blankets, and it reveals this humanoid woman, and her hair is like sweated and stuck to her scalp, like it's just so damp, and her face is so red, and the puffs of humidity coming off of her breath is just massive. The room was already frigid. You can't imagine the shock of just having those blankets revealed and the cold air hitting this woman's face. But Naima leans over and touches her soft pink toe bean pads to the skin of the woman, and almost immediately the woman's breathing gets slower and calmer. The pink of her cheeks starts to go away as the fever is brought down and the woman sleeps more peaceably. Naima turns to you and goes, "Thank you for bringing in the patient so I didn't have to waste magic levitating her in here. What can I do for you while you are here?" You said you're from Luskin. I'm actually from much higher north, but I was taken to Luskin at some point.
Insight, please. Absolutely.
What's our insight? Go ahead. What are you trying to ascertain?
I don't know. See if she was there.
So you were from further north of Luskin?
Yes, I am from... Why am I totally blanking? Icewind Dale. Where I was an orphan. And at a very young age, I was traveling the snowscape by myself when I was picked up by travelers who were rescuing furry orphans like myself.
Tale as old as time.
And I was brought to an orphanage, but unfortunately they had to let me go. They supplied me with what I needed to find a home, but they said this was too much for them.
Oh, you bring this with you?
I thought you were motioning that another spider was coming down. But no, you're fine, you're clear.
Yes, this is innate. It does it on its own.
That's cool.
But I've been able to, after 20 years, figure out how to use it to our benefit. While I can't live in the city limits, patients like this can be brought to me and I can do something for them.
Wasn't that nice of you?
I
Quite
also,
interesting.
I also sell
Actually-
rare herbs to the town as well if you need anything before you go.
Herbs.
I wouldn't mind taking a look at your herbs. I'm always interested in different flora and fauna.
He is a druid as well, so.
Can I pay?
Oh man, don't put all my cards on the table like that.
Can I
Yes.
touch your fur?
Yes, I usually hear this from fever-addled minds, but yes. And she lifts one of her sleeves up and lets you pet. It's very soft. Feels much more like Pantheo. And her tail is so long. Like, it could drag on the floor and then some. She leads you out into the garden.
Is it a sassy tail? Where it's like curved at the top and then when they whip it over, it goes,
Mm-hmm. She goes, I actually enjoy the company of healthy beings to ask questions about what I do. In fact, I'd love to trade information with you since I'm kind of stuck here. So yes, let's go out to the garden,
Yeah,
take a look at what I have.
I mean, I mainly deal in like mushrooms and other spore-related things, but I think I could tell you a thing or two.
Are there any mushrooms that would handle this climate?
Well, the only thing I can really think of is, literally the only thing my brain could go to was the chill shroom from Zelda.
I was thinking the Hito.
There are 4 I just googled.
Nice.
If you want to roll nature, I can give you a couple that Panthea would know about.
I do remember.
That's a 17.
I feel like I've heard of one that actually causes hope. That is not the right accent. I don't know what this is.
We are having the weirdest accent troubles tonight. Okay. So, you met the DC 5, which would have told you winter chanterelles. Very common.
Fair.
Met the DC 10, which would get you oyster mushrooms, also very common.
Yep.
You met the DC 15, which would tell you about velvet shank mushrooms.
You know, I could tell you about the oyster mushrooms. I could tell you about the winter morels. But what I gotta tell you is about the one that I completely already escaped my mind of me.
The velvet shank.
The velvet shank. It has a cool name, and it grows in chilly climates.
Oh, it's really pretty, actually. So it kind of looks like, coral growing up the side of the tree, like lots of little shellfish.
Yeah, so it's
And
not like a stalk-based mushroom. It actually more relies on other pieces of nature. So it has like phalanges that kind of protrude from trees, and it's a fucking awesome mushroom, dude. It's a real sick one.
Ooh, okay. So she asked you some questions about how to grow it, how, if there's a chance you have come across any spores, and you have all the answers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have any spores of it?
That's a good question. I don't see why not, but I want to like double check. So you have some spores with you in little
I'm just, like,
tea bag pouches.
Hold on, let me just go through my spore Rolodex. And I just like close my eyes and go in tune with my body.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's come up with a roll for it. I don't know if it would be nature or if it would be something to do with your character class plus proficiency.
I would think nature or survival is like my first kind of
Whatever
things.
you want. I'm cool with. Either of those is fine.
Sick. That's a natural one.
Oh, dude.
You are not able to find it,
I am fresh out. I'm sorry, I don't have any velvet stocks.
but if you want to look for the other 2, I'm going to say you have them.
But I do have this Misril and this other one. Sorry though.
Well, could you help me? So let's grab some of the firewood.
Okay.
Excuse me, horse. Could we try to,
Can we actually take from around gunpowder so we can maybe give them a little more room? I'll take from here.
yeah, we'll take some of the damn pieces. None of you happen to have a drill that you would use for putting a hole in wood for burning it.
Oh,
would
do you mean like carpenter's tool?
Mm-hmm.
I have carpenter's tool. I do.
Thank you. So according to your instruction, Pantheo, she knows she needs to make a bunch of holes into some damp wood because they like growing off of wood. And you plant some of the spores in there for her if you're cool with it. And she trades you by giving you some of the herbs that she has.
Sick.
I will come up with a list later.
We love it.
I've always actually wanted to have one of those old
Yeah.
quaint drills.
Mhm.
Just to have, they're cool.
Pantheo, could you use your druid magic to make the mushrooms sprout faster?
I absolutely could do that.
So she watches you do this, and she.
Oh, I don't do it.
Oh.
I say I could do it. That is something I am capable of, yes.
Can you do it?
She's thinking.
Will you do it?
She's going. I hate to be greedy, but there's no guarantee these spores will start. If you started them, they'd be more likely to keep growing. What could I compensate you for that magic?
Well, the ball is in Pantheo's court now. Well, how about this? How about you just owe me one?
Well, I would already owe you one if you brought me the velvet shank spores as well. Or any others that you come across on your travels. I have a few different friends with druids that are on the caravan trails. But they tend to stick to the same circles. So there's not much new. But if you're an adventurer and you're a new face to me, if you have anything new, I would be happy to
Oh, I
share.
have one thing. Do you know anything about the Sarthonic Plague?
Oh. Very little.
Even when she starts saying that, I start doing druid craft on the spores.
Okay, she goes, okay, so the first thing is they warned me of it because all of the doctors need to be warned of the signs of it so we can quarantine and prevent it from getting into Baldur's Gate. So, yes, I know what it looks like. I think it, shoot, what were those symptoms? She knows all the basic symptoms except for what happens.
All I know is that you turn to gel.
Yes, okay.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, okay, so she knows that they become kind of translucent, they kind of jelly-like, and that it's incredibly contagious. It can affect food, livestock, everything, all the races. So that's what she knows. She goes, however, I've had one patient here that did in fact have it. Now, they came to me of their own volition.
He kind of is aghast at that.
The good news is it travels much slower in my coldest temperatures.
Oh, that's good.
So
Literally, my follow-up question is, how are you alive?
Yeah, I would say I was very lucky. It was at least a year ago. They did succumb, but I was able to watch very slowly what happens.
Because she's a cold bitch.
So for, like, science.
Unfortunately, yes. And I tried to... Well, I was able to ease a lot of their pain thanks to the cold, but some wouldn't prefer numbness to pain. I'm gonna go double check what those symptoms are, because I think I only give you some, and I might give you another. I totally forgot about your quest.
This is why you help random strangers in the wood, because they may have something related to your main quest.
Yeah.
Or I should say personal quest.
Yeah. Okay, 213. All about the Serphitic Plague.
Saprophytic.
Oh. Also, both good and bad news. I had another patient at the time. They did not get infected.
So, cold weather seems to reduce the...
So cold you really couldn't live like that for very long. Seems to prevent it. But it's more like it prevents everything.
No.
Or at least in my experience here in this little microbiome, yes.
So, this plague is not what was going through Lasamir? That was a curse?
No, you had a curse going through
Okay.
this year.
Alright.
She goes, now, so as for the person who did not get infected and was able to leave safely, they were I want to say a barbarian of sorts. They had a lot of tolerance for pain, for poisons, for injury, healing themselves. A bit. What she's saying is they had a high constitution.
Right.
Now I was able to watch, unfortunately, this plague progress. Its body aches, nausea, slurred speech, and the uncontrollable drooling and the exhaustion. And
Sounds like me IRL.
And
I was
and
just thinking that.
and you guys, I want to say, as much as you are enjoying her company, the cold is getting to you. Your fingers and your toes are cold. You're starting to not think straight. It's uncomfortable. Your skin is starting to hurt like needles.
I just got into the
That's a good thing I have a lot of fur.
Yeah.
I just got into the shelter.
I mean, even okay, those of you with fur, it is bothering you, but not to the same as Clay.
Good thing that we're cats. And I high five Thorne.
I'm hugging.
But I mean, even other Tabaxi don't really like dealing with what she's dealing with. But
Do you find discomfort in your old cold?
oh no, I very much love it.
Oh, good. That's
It's
good.
what I prefer, and it reminds me of home. Actually, some people who I was not able to cure were able to move up to Icewind Dale for a healthier life.
Because they got used to.
Well, that's when they need it. It's almost like they have a permanent fever that would cook their brain, and instead of that shortening their life, they go up to Icewind Dale and make a new purpose.
Sounds like an infection.
Could be. Anyway, so sorry. Sir, about these Serphic plagues, something I actually really want to tell you that I don't get to tell many people because they don't come and ask. Before it turned into that magenta ooze, it behaved like mindless, wandering around, lashing out, not coherent. Not that I know much about necromancy. But have you heard of a zombie?
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
Yes, this patient acted like a dangerous zombie. I had to, unfortunately, lock them up in a private room and wait for them to pass.
And this is before they become ooze-like, so they're still in their
Yes,
their original form.
Yeah.
Like
a
mostly,
walking person with fungus growing out of their head and their ears and their eyes, clawing at any crack in the door.
Is this the last of us now?
No, it seems like it, doesn't it? And really just even growling, trying to attack. Anytime I walked by in a floored creek, the lunging would start again.
That is very disturbing.
This is new information.
It was disturbing. So the big thing here is, unfortunately, I can't stop them turning into an ooze. However, what I want to warn you against is if you slow them turning into an ooze, the zombie-like state they're in is much more dangerous. It means you're slowing it down, which gives them a longer amount of time to infect others. So slowing it down and bringing them to me is something I've told the other clinics not to do.
Cynthia instantly looks worried.
Oh.
Because that was something that they were working on.
Was slowing it.
Was slowing it in his hometown.
I'm so sorry. Out of character. That sucks. She sees this on your face and goes,
This is bad.
I know, I'm so sorry. And, I'm sorry, I don't speak to the patient's family so often. It is terrible. But there are good things yet. Even in the darkest and the coldest of nights. We can come out of it. What is it, sir?
Nothing.
Okay. You gave her a look and she was like, what are you thinking? She also doesn't meet cats as often. To vaccine.
Well, Nima, you seem like you're doing good work out here. You seem like a good egg. Guys, I gotta get this information back to Candlekeep.
See.
Oh, so sorry for keeping you so late. At this point, it's like 11 p.m. midnight.
Oh.
Well,
Clay is just against Gunpowder's tummy with his poncho. Just
I also will remind you guys,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did just run out here with leaving all of our belongings behind.
We picked them up.
Oh, did we?
I give
Okay,
Clay
cool. Never mind then.
the ever-burning embers to warm up.
Clay, your warmer might back up, no problem.
Before we go.
oh, if that's the case, then my big they hurt. Oh, they hurt. Oh, they hurt. Oh, they hurt. Oh,
I was going to mention.
It'll be over in a minute.
Honestly,
What?
It'll be over in a minute.
before when you were talking about Luskin, it is actually very similar to how I grew up. Although I was not from up north. I was actually further inland.
Did they rescue you?
I wouldn't say a rescue.
Oh. But they raised you.
In a way, yes.
That's wonderful. Sometimes I wish it had worked out for me. You're breaking character a little bit.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, thank you, by the way, for not just assuming that me, as a human, bought these two nice fellas here. So thank you very much, because that seemed to really tick them off. So thank you. Have a good day.
Why would I think that?
Clay just walks off with his frickin' frostbit fingertips.
I will say this.
Smooth criminal.
If you ever hear the last name Corval, do not give them the time or day.
Why would I do that? That's the lady who was like the manager, right?
The family that basically runs the whole organization.
She goes, I did meet them. They're the ones who took me in and tried to deal with the cold as long as they could. They actually spent a lot of resources trying to cure it, but
Hey, it would have been worthwhile to have. He just like looks head to toe.
But unfortunately, I'm glad. It's a mixed blessing. On one hand, I would have loved to have been raised by their family, but on the other hand, taking away the blessings of my matron would hurt my feelings at very least. But they did teach me at least. You know, I didn't have much to go off of, but I got to learn about our mistress. Shoot, what is her name? Do you guys remember the goddess I told you that they worship?
Fuck. It wasn't Ball.
No, it's the one I made up, who is like for all animal creatures, but she's kind of like separatist, which is not great.
Where would we have heard about that?
It's something I gave to just those. Oops.
Oh, okay.
It's something I gave to just those two.
Okay, no.
Did I type it and put it in chat? I don't think I did.
I was doing a bunch of motions and doing like this. And like I was motioning that I was petting gunpowder and doing stuff like that.
I knew you were doing something, but
because I'm going to ride on the back of gunpowder this time because
okay, it's
I
not
am
in the chat.
freezing for the
Oh,
most part. And I think I did a pretty good job of acting that my fingertips hurt after they got warm after being so flippin' cold.
That was so real.
you know, I have a notebook upstairs. I wonder if that's.
You ever
where
get
it
that
is.
too, where it's a bit you're like,
Dude, it hurts.
Dude, it hurts. It's like burning and
yes,
pain.
and like it's like someone slamming it with a hammer.
A hammer that has needles on
Yes,
the head.
yes.
So she says the name of the goddess that I can't remember right now, and she goes, "I got to learn about all of our gods, but of course, the main deity of the family, which is blank." And so I've been very grateful to her for the fur that keeps me warm, the claws that allow me to work, everything that is brought to us to Bexy.
They were bad people.
I'm sorry.
I don't want you to live in delusion. They were bad people.
What? No, they save orphans.
Oh,
No, they
save
don't.
them for, nefarious
Clay,
purposes.
you're about to hear more.
Oh, okay.
But it's like every
Gunpowder
day
covers
you
you.
get a little bit more
See, the thing
tidbit
is-
into our
I'm
past.
sorry. I'm so excited to have met someone else who got.
I was raised there for, what was it, over 16 years? And
I was there for 12, I think.
I was there for none of it.
they raise not humans, they raise beast folk for sale.
You know what soul transference is?
There's no way.
So they had two purposes at this manor.
Pleasure.
Pleasure and soul transference.
No, they said they believed.
I'm sorry, did you get kicked out? Or did you live there for 12 and 16 years?
They told me that they saw beast folk as better than themselves and they worshipped us.
They do. The only problem with that is many others do as well. And they have the coin to then take our bodies. If you have more questions,
Please call this.
there is wizard in Baldur's Gate named Ettenmeyer. He knows about it.
He asked if we had purchased our bodies.
But that doesn't make sense. Why would they put so much into our education and training if our brains were just going to poof our minds?
Pleasure.
Like I was
And
trained
brings back to part 2 of
medicine
their...
and politics and
That is a very good question. Mine would not be same.
Pretty sure they also sold slaves.
Or they were training potential for her to do magic.
Maybe.
Either way, sorry to put damper on your past, but this is my truth.
Yeah, those people that saved you were planning on screwing you, but you were too much for them to handle with this. I feel like we kind of crushed your world, so we'll give you a second.
she's just really thinking.
If you would like, I do not know if I can actually. Never mind, hold on.
Where do you
I have conflict
Where
on
do you-
just thing.
live now? Where I could write you?
Candlekeep.
You're staying in Candlekeep.
Yeah, for the foreseeable future.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Or you can right to the high forest. You can, you know, put on all on Jaguar. You know, you write Jaguar. Jaguar Sable. That's my dad. He's a cool guy. He'll hit you up. But like Candlekeep for me, the high forest for Jaguar.
Have you ever seen
Jaguar.
someone after? Have you met anyone else who's left?
Who's left there?
Yeah, who's grown up, who's been raised.
Just the two of us.
But I saw other children there when I was there. Where are they now?
Well, there are at least 3 that we know of in Baldur's Gate.
She's about 4 or 5 years older than you guys.
Oh, I wonder
When
if
did-
like they weren't doing it at that point.
When did she leave?
She was like a child, if I remember.
Yeah, so she says she's been on her own for 20 years. So if she's 30 or 20, how old are you again? 23? 21?
I think I'm the oldest.
Okay, so if you're 23, she's 28. So they had her between the ages of 6 and 8.
That's it? Man, she
And that's even generous. It might have been more like 7 and 8.
I swear I wrote down my age. I'm like,
You're 21. We
Yeah.
put it somewhere, and we've set it on. Oh, you know where I know where it is? Boop! You're right there.
oh, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I'm sorry for dancing. I was just,
No,
I
no,
was
no.
just
You weren't doing
playing.
anything wrong. I just wanted to keep the mood. You weren't doing anything wrong.
Cut it out, dude. What are you doing?
What?
Please have fun and dance very shortly.
Wait.
Clay,
What are you doing over
he was,
there?
He was just, having fun
Staying
until he
warm.
heard, yeah, just salsa.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna go salsa with my boy Clay.
You guys are... Oh, in the ballroom dancing. Were you guys not all taught?
Yes.
Okay. And taught all the leaders of
You helped
Baldur's
me.
Gate and
You helped me be
Waterdeep
one.
Yes.
and you met many of them?
I did more than meet men.
Thank you, Matthew.
It's good.
Now I'm nice
Let's
and warm.
just say-
I actually feel pretty good now. Thank you. That lifted my spirits.
They explored many parts of my body.
Ugh.
When in doubt, dance it
Because
out.
that's
Oh, that's
too much. I mean, even for a doctor. All right. I'm so sorry. It's getting late. I'm getting sleepy. I should check on my patient. Thank you for the mushrooms. Please enjoy the herbs, and Don't forget the address here if you need to write me.
What's the address?
And it's like something road.
Cool.
Something.
Yeah, I will remember
neighborhood
that
outside of
forever. And no one will tell me different.
It'll be in your book.
Perfect.
One last question.
Yes.
Are you still in contact with anyone from there?
Oh. Let's find out. Let's roll a die. Why do you ask? Why
I
would
was
I
just
be?
wondering if you knew anyone that had left. You had brought it up earlier.
They've checked on me sometimes. Every few years, someone stops by for medicine, just to see how things are.
Well, this has been nice.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
It's been wonderful to meet you. I'm so grateful to see another Tabaxi and of the Onan, which I've never seen. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for bringing the patient to their bed. Thank you again for the mushrooms. Of course I would let you stay here, but you would freeze in your sleep, so please be well.
Alright. Kill your idols. He just turns around and walks. No
You guys-
explanation.
Go down the path.
Have yourself a howdy day, man.
You guys go down the path back to the main road.
What a nice detour.
He set camp right outside where the mist starts.
She seems like a really nice person.
So I wanted to say something about this road too. So, not to reference a video game, but you know on Baldur's Gate, how there's like so many different ways to get to the same place. Like, to get to Baldur's Gate from the Grove, you can either go this way or this way or this way, or like even when you're looking at like the high road areas, there's like all these little rocks that you go around and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, it's like having to go through the mines of Moria.
Well, I was gonna say, the path between Baldur's Gate and Candlekeep is very similar, where it's kind of like a split highway, where like sometimes you're on the same road as a caravan, but they might decide to go down below a cliff while you guys go above a cliff, and then you meet back again. It's very much like that. So the path that you guys took to her house is like the far edge of this very wide road. It could be like 10 paths all through the same field. They just, one has a hill here, and one has a dip here, and one goes over the stream, or one has this pond. So that's why when you guys travel, it's always slightly different. But that being said, that was your first encounter on the second night of travel. You guys got to meet Naima, Libby Naiba, and she is the wizard you met thinks she's a sorceress from Icewind Dale, and she's confirmed she's from Icewind Dale, and she has some kind of curse that makes her cold all the time. So she's a doctor that you can meet on the road, who can trade with you, has information about the plague, information about your homes. Awesome. Is there
Thank you,
anything else?
Naima. You've been great.
You guys are gonna sleep the night, and it's pretty safe here because a lot of people travel here. So you guys don't even hear monsters or wolves howling or anything like that.
Feels like we're really forced to face our fucking drama lately.
I know.
Isn't this weird, Dore? Every single day there is something. The only thing that didn't happen was when we were in Baldur's Gate.
No, it happened in Baldur's Gate as well.
But like before, while we were doing recon, it didn't come up.
That's very true. I mean, we haven't gone from Baldur's Gate for a day now.
That's true. We did have one day where we didn't have to deal with our trauma.
Your faces are out in the open, so it's like you're drawing it to you.
Before we go to sleep, can I spend an hour using my cleric domain ability? I would like to take 25 of my gold to create golden playing cards worth 25 gold with special markings in them.
Wow. Yeah, sure. That's cool. Okay. We're gonna end the episode there, and then we're gonna have more random travel shenanigans. But you guys did great. Thank you so much for joining us on Downstairs and Dragons. Woo, we hope you have fun playing D&D. Thank you for playing D&D with me. I will see you next time downstairs.